Hey, what up, ballers? It's me, MC, and I'm back with another BallinHQ video. But today, they did come out today. Yes, I'm talking about the SpongeBob Kyries. So I got two of them for you guys. I waited in line for like 2 hours at the Foot Locker at the mall. And I got all three of these things to show you guys. So let's get into the first one. And the first one, I had to bring it back to the ones that came out first that Kyrie posted on his Instagram. And that's the SpongeBobs. So now the SpongeBobs are one in a pack of 5. It's all the main characters from the show. But so let's check this one out first, and I'll show you the other one that I got in a second. So the first one is really nice. So you have this this brown bottom part with the white Kyrie, and then you got the white sole with the red because he wears the white and the red tie. The back of it is actually pretty cool. It's like honeycomb, and it that wraps around instead of the normal like leather or rubber that wraps around it, and it says Nike, but it's got the special SpongeBob writing, which is cool. You have the V on the back, which are all my Kyries, or all the Kyries, period. It's cool swoosh. It's actually it shines a little bit with the little, I like the little dots, like kind of how he's a sponge, so he's got holes. So they kind of tried to make it look like he had holes. The swoosh is pretty nice. And then, so same kind of thing with the holes. The flap is pretty cool. It has the Nickelodeon on it, which is actually pretty dope. Because, you know, it's a Nickelodeon product. But what I really want to have you guys pay attention to is that Kyrie logo. That's not the normal Kyrie logo. He got a special one for this collab, which I think is actually really cool. So it's going to be on all the merchandise that you get. On the inside of the shoe, it's SpongeBob's hat. And on the inside, you have his face, which I think is pretty cool. All right, so now let's move on to the next shoe that it came with. So this one, it's the same shoe, except for the inside of this one has SpongeBob Square Pants in his handwriting, which is pretty cool. So you have this kind of like, they're the same thing, but I'm gonna tell you this. I've seen it before, and the next shoe that I'm gonna show you guys is the shoe that if you want to do it, you should be wearing these mix match. So before I get to that, I did get this dope hoodie. So the hoodie's got SpongeBob dunking over the special SpongeBob swoosh, and then with kind of like the flowers though that they have like in the show. And then on this sleeve, it's pretty cool. It has it says Nike in that special font that I was showing you guys, and then it's Patrick spinning a ball on his head, which is pretty funny. This is like kind of a funny thing because Patrick is kind of dumb. And then this one has Nike with Squidward kind of staring at a basketball, just kind of looking at it disgustingly because that's Squidward. And so now we're going to move on to the next shoe. Oh, wait, yeah. And it's got the Nike symbol, and then the special Kyrie logo is supposed to kind of look like that, which is pretty dope. Nike symbol. So now let's get to the next shoe. So if you want to, I know I will be doing it. You're going to wear probably this one as one of your shoes, and this one as your next shoe. Yep, I got the Patrick's. So these are the Patrick stars. These are really interesting. I really like the pattern that they use with the kind of like dots, but they're like a bunch of dots, yeah. And then the swoosh is interesting. It goes all the way back here, and it has dots on top of it, but you can feel that like it's flat, and then when you hit a dot, it bumps up a little bit. So you can tell that those were put on after the swoosh was put on. And then the Nike symbol is pretty cool. It's kind of a cloth type thing, right, with the same Nike that was on the back, but this one has holes because he's a starfish. The sole is going to be all green until you get to the bottom where there's going to be purple. And then there's this light pink, which is pretty nice, but this side actually has bumps on it too. These little like darker green bumps. This one has the flap has holes in it, which is pretty cool. That are like pretty visible. And then this side, it's pretty much got the same thing, the kind of dots all over it. I think it's interesting that they kept this part pink, just like straight pink. But I mean, it kind of adds different texture to the shoe than just having it all dots. And then the inside of this one has a board with like nailed to the shoe, which is interesting, and then the face of Patrick. Now, the interesting thing about the board nailed to the shoe is that there was an episode of SpongeBob where he accidentally nailed board to his forehead. So I think it's kind of funny that they added that. Oh yeah, and the special Kyrie this time is in a darker pink, like a hot pink type color. Now, going on to the next one, not 100% sure if it is going to be his handwriting or anything. Oh yeah, okay, cool. So on this one, it has his handwriting that says Patrick Star. I don't know if you can see, these are hard to pull out, weird. Patrick Star on it, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like a weird handwriting type thing. I think it's interesting. Same inside with Patrick. But yeah, so same shoes. So personally, I know I'm going to be wearing these instead of the way that you're supposed to wear them like this. I know I'm going to be wearing them like this. I know I'm going to be wearing them like this. Just because that's a really nice look. I personally really like it. I saw John Morant on his Grizzlies photos. He got both of these. He decided to wear both of them. And I looked at it and was like, wow, like that's a really nice combo. So I decided when I was at Foot Locker to get this combo just because it's so nice. And then you can rock the combo with the hoodie, and then you've got it all down. Alright guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to check out some of my other videos, and don't forget to hit subscribe and turn the notifications on so that you know whenever I get a new kicks. Alright guys, thank you so much, and see you next time. Peace.